What if I told you that a single trade war reshaped the global economy? That a few tariffs imposed by the US on China started a ripple effect that shook markets, shifted industries, and presented a golden opportunity for India? Sounds dramatic? Well, let's break it down. Chapter 1. How did the US-China trade war begin? It all started in 2018 when then US President Donald Trump decided to take on China. The US accused China of unfair trade practices, intellectual property theft, and currency manipulation. In response, the US imposed tariffs on Chinese goods worth billions of dollars. China didn't stay silent. It retaliated with its own tariffs, targeting American exports like soybeans and automobiles. And suddenly, the world's two largest economies were locked in a battle that affected everyone. Chapter 2. The Global Impact, Winners and Losers. This wasn't just a fight between two giants. The entire global economy felt the shockwaves. Let's see who got hit the hardest and who benefited. Losers. 1. US and Chinese businesses. Higher tariffs meant higher prices for consumers. American companies like Apple faced supply chain issues, while Chinese manufacturers lost billions in exports. 2. Global markets. Stock markets dipped and countries dependent on Chinese manufacturing suffered. 3. Developing economies. Nations linked to the Chinese supply chain, like Vietnam and Malaysia, had to adjust fast. Winners. 1. Other manufacturing hubs. As companies looked for alternatives to China, Southeast Asia gained investments. 2. India? Maybe. Many thought India could benefit, but did it really? Let's find out. Chapter 3. Did India gain from the trade war? India had a golden opportunity. With companies looking to shift out of China, India could have been the next big manufacturing hub. But what happened? Positive developments. FDI increased. Big companies like Apple started expanding in India. Certain industries benefited. Sectors like pharmaceuticals, electronics, and textiles saw growth. Missed opportunities, bureaucracy and red tape, complex regulations and slow decision-making hurt India's competitiveness. Infrastructure issues. Compared to China, India still lacked world-class infrastructure. Labour costs and skill gap. India's labour laws and skill development needed major reforms. So, while India saw some benefits, we didn't fully capitalise on the trade war. But don't worry, the game isn't over yet. Chapter 4. India's Future Strategy. Can we become the next global manufacturing hub? The good news? India is learning fast. The government is now pushing for massive reforms with initiatives like PLI, Production Linked Incentive Scheme, to boost local manufacturing, easing business regulations, cutting red tape and attracting more foreign companies. Investments in infrastructure, new highways, ports and digital networks to match China. If India plays its cards right, the next decade could belong to us. Outro, the bigger picture and call to action. The US-China trade war showed us one thing: global economic power is shifting. But will India rise to the occasion? That depends on how we act now. What do you think? Can India replace China as the world's manufacturing hub? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.